Today, I'm challenging myself to develop a character based on strange or interesting clothing that I find at my local Goodwill. I've never had much luck shopping for myself. I either have a really bad fashion sense or just nothing ever looks good on me. But what I really excel at is finding the absolute most ridiculous outfit in existence in any store. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to find something uniquely appropriate for this particular challenge. And then later on, I'm going to use one of the outfits that I purchased from the Goodwill to create a character bio that I will share with you. So then, let's get started. So the video just started and I have already hit a snag. I asked my best friend to come and help me film this and she said no. And so I posted on Facebook to see if anybody was in the area that could help me, and I got absolutely no response whatsoever. So instead of the action footage of me shopping in Goodwill, you get to have a photo montage. So I'm gonna go in and I won't be able to film myself very easily, so I'm just gonna take photos of the fun things I find and tell you a little bit about what I was thinking as I was going through. When I looked through the clothes at Goodwill, I was primarily searching for things that made me think, who would wear this and what is she like? Anything that struck my interest, looked weird, or even stuck out as bold or silly went into my cart. I'm not made of money, so I had to pare it down to just the things that fit and that I would wear later on. Some things I grabbed because they looked horrible on the rack, but then I was pleasantly surprised that it was actually kind of cute on me. Just for fun, I took a few photos of some particularly unique items that made me giggle. I also found some shoes that I liked. I am weirdly attracted to shiny shoes, and I'm not sure why. But alas, they didn't fit my gigantic feet, so I was forced to leave them behind. Once I had all of my main pieces chosen, I looked for accessories, pants, skirts, and other garments to complete the look. I had a hard time finding a white tank top that didn't look gross. One had a disturbing faded brown stain that looked a little too much like blood for my taste. Eventually, I decided on a stained white tank top, and later I can cut the stained bottom half off to make it a crop top. Problem solved. Goodwill was absolutely packed, and I am now thoroughly exhausted, so I'm gonna go get something to eat, and then I will go home and model out some of the outfits that I decided on, and then I'll pick one that we'll use as the basis for my character design.
Oh, I'm not my only friend.
One long lunch with my husband later, I headed home. I was sad no one wanted to help me, and my best friend rejected my offer to spend time together not once, but twice. But that's okay, because 21 Pilots will always love me. Time to get back to work. One therapeutic karaoke session later, I was ready to go. But I needed to decide on an outfit first. I modeled out my top choices. Then decided I'm an idiot and I can draw some people who look better in the clothes than I do anyway. I'm not an artist professionally, as you can probably tell, but drawing out characters like this helps me visualize who the character is and where they come from. Character 1 was kind of a dud. The clothes didn't inspire me enough, but once I got to Character 2, the creative juices started flowing. I came up with an intimidating female prisoner wielding a sledgehammer. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of fell in love with this design. Character 3 started off rough, but eventually I honed in on a Harley Quinn style woman with a gun fetish and mysterious crosses all over her body. I ended up choosing to develop the Harley character because I thought it might be fun to have a Deadpool-esque femme fatale. I like chaotic good characters quite a bit, and I even imagined her in the shiny shoes my jolly green giant feet wouldn't fit in. You'll live on in my heart, shiny shoes. So, without further ado, here is the character bio I created for my chaotic good gun maniac. Purity. Growing up in a religious cult made Purity a little different. Anytime she would misbehave, the cult leader would burn a cross onto her skin. Purity didn't become a better child. She became better at hiding her misdeeds. She ran away from the church at 10 years old when her father tried to force her to become the cult leader's child bride. When Purity encountered the rest of the world for the first time, she fell in love and never looked back. She raided trash cans and joined a gang of homeless children to survive. At 14, she was caught stealing from a psychopathic gang enforcer. Rather than kill her, he decided he liked the clever young girl and chose to raise her as his own. But when she came of age, his true intentions became clear. This time, Purity didn't run away. She fought her foster dad and killed him. She liked the feeling of power his death gave her, so she went back to the cult she grew up in and killed her father and the leader too. The women of the cult revolted and took over the land, welcoming Purity back as their leader. Once all the men were eradicated, they set their sights on a new goal: protect the women who couldn't protect themselves. Purity's clan of assassin women soon became the terror of the country, and Purity was the most brutal and infamous of them all. Born April 1st. Likes: feeling powerful, cinnamon buns, taffy. Dislikes: coffee, the smell of trash, men who smile too much. Verbal quirks: laughs through her nose, says KK all the time. Physical quirks: scratches the cross on her wrist constantly, tugs on her hair. Strengths: clever, analytical, good with guns. Weakness: might be a sociopath, overconfident. From this challenge, I learned a couple of things. First, I need better friends. Second, I could stand to be a little more bold in my fashion choices. But most importantly, I discovered a whole new world of inspiration just by playing around with clothes. I came up with 2 distinct story ideas today that I can develop and turn into something fun later on. Sometimes staying inspired as a writer can be tough. One afternoon of going out and playing around, even if it's only for a little while, and even if it's by yourself because your friends never want to hang out with you.
Oh, I'm not my only friend.
That's enough to get the wheels turning. So thank you for joining me on this challenge today. I'm glad I had someone to share it with. And thanks for watching CC Writes. I hope you enjoyed your time with me today. If you'd like to check out more of my work, you can find my books on Amazon.com. There's a link in the description below. You can also find me on Twitter at @CCLepkeWrites. And finally, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification button so you'll know when the next video comes out. See you later.